Okay, it's Linda again from AmusingHealthyRecipe.com. I just got through doing a dessert recipe, and so of course it's freezing right now. So I'm going to move up right along and make our dinner. And I'm going to make a recipe that I just created. I like things a little spicy, but my husband doesn't like them quite as spicy. So I'm going to make a roasted chicken, and I'm calling it the Poblano roasted chicken because I'm going to make it with Poblano peppers. Poblano peppers are very mild, and so it'll give it, a really wonderful taste without all the heat. And I'm going to roast this in this was my birthday present. It is the Instant Pot Duo Crisp. So not only works as an Instant Pot, but you can also use it as an air fryer. And so this is the air fryer lid. And so I'm going to preheat this to 350, but I'm not going to do it while I'm on camera, so because of the noise. But first of all, just I'll tell you what's in the ingredients. Okay, I've got one big chicken. This is 5 pounds. I probably should have got one a little bit less. We'll see if it fits into the air fryer container. 2 poblano peppers, and then I'm going to make a rub with some garlic powder, onion powder, and onion powder, and then a little bit of thyme, and then also ground rosemary if you have it. I was out, but I have fresh rosemary and fresh thyme in my garden, which I like, so I'm going to use that. And it's all going to be part of it in my rub, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to mix it, some of the rub in with, I can't believe it's not butter light. When it cooks after 35 minutes, I'll be adding that to it. So I'm going to get started. I've already pre-washed this, and I'm going to go ahead and mix up the dry ingredients, or the rubs, and I'll fast forward through this part because my husband's going to be home like an hour, and I'm trying to make this for dinner. Okay, the air fryer is on, so I'm going to talk a little louder and just real fast, just so you know what I'm putting in the dry rub, and then I'll fast forward while I'm putting it all on. But 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of thyme, and if you have Italian seasoning, then you're going to do 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Not Italian seasoning, I'm sorry, rosemary. What you can do is, if you don't have any of these ingredients but you have Italian seasoning, you could do 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning and just eliminate all of this, and it'll still taste really good. I'm going to use a little bit of fresh rosemary and some fresh thyme from my garden. So if you see me chopping up stuff to put into here, that's what it is. And also 1 teaspoon of salt. And I will be right back. Okay, in case you don't know what I'm doing, this is the fresh thyme and the fresh rosemary from my garden. And you just want to hold up the piece like this is the rosemary. Take your fingers, just slide it down real carefully, and you just pull the little leaves right off. Sometimes you have to pick them off a little bit, but they usually just come right off. The thyme, you just kind of take it. Sometimes you can get it off real easy. Other times you just kind of got to pick it off. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, now you want to mix the spices together. I used to have a little stone thing with my spices, but I haven't done this in a while, so I don't have the time to go looking for it. So I'm just kind of smashing the spices down a little bit all together. Okay, now I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. You can rub it in separate, but since I'm rubbing this all together, I'm just going to go ahead and add it directly to all of my spices. Okay, I've got the spices all on it. I've preheated the Instant Pot air fryer part. This is really big. This is the air fryer piece. We'll see if I can fit this in here. I would say normally put it breast side down for the first 30 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over. But it's kind of hard to see how it's going to go in. Oh, actually it does fit. Oh, you know what I was going to do first? I want to spray the inside. And also, after I got through doing all this, I went over and washed my hands real good, because anytime you deal with poultry, especially poultry, you want to make for sure that you wash your hands a lot. Okay, just saying that, I'm going to pause it and go wash my hands and go to the next step. Okay, just washed my hands. See how cool this thing here is? Right here for me. And let me put this aside. And it fit really good in here. Maybe I can try to show you. Pretty cool. Take 2 of these peppers, just put them right on top. Now I'm going to stick this quickly in the Instant Pot Dual Crisp. I'm going to set the lid on it, and then I'm going to set it to 30 minutes to roast, air fry, cook, and then I'll be back and take it out, flip it over, put some more spices on it, and I might even add potatoes or carrots then. I'm not quite sure. If there's enough room, I might just do that. And so far, so good. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, so now I'm going to take this lid off, put it on this little protective tray that you include with your Instant Pot air fry dual crisp, to put the lid on, because this is what it looks like inside. It's an air fryer on this lid. It really looks good. I've got this over here. You can't really see it, but I'm going to lift this out. I've got the peppers on top. I'm going to put the peppers aside and put them in a bag for 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to fast forward this, but I'm going to take the chicken out, and then I'm going to turn it over, because then it's going to go back in the dual crisp air fryer, Instant Pot, whatever you call this thing, for like 15 more minutes. I'm going to add some other vegetables to it also, to roast those, and so our dinner will be all together. So here goes. Okay, I want to show you what it looks like already. Peppers and everything's all browned. Oh, okay, now I'm going to turn it over. Okay, I was just checking the temperature because I just turned it over. Now it's going to go back in for 15 more minutes. It needs to get to 165. It's at 121, so it's on its way. You take that out. Now I'm going to, I took the rest of the dry ingredients, mixed it with 2 tablespoons of the, I can't believe it's not butter light. Mix that together. And now I'm going to brush this on the chicken. And the chicken's kind of hot, so I'm just going to use this little brush, and this is going right on top. Then I'm going to put this back in, and like I said, I'm going to set it for 15. I may set it for 20 because this is a big chicken. Because one good thing about the dual crisp, you can take the lid off at any time and check it, because there's no pressure built up inside of it. So it's going to go back in. And I'm going to check it after about 10 minutes, because then I'm going to add some vegetables I've cut up that I've already pre-cooked a little bit, and I just want them to brown. So here goes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to check it and see how it's doing. And then I'm going to add some vegetables also. Let's see what the thermometer says. I cut up some fresh zucchini, and then I have some fresh mushrooms here. I cooked up some carrots and potatoes that we had left over, just a few in my other Instant Pot, because I did not want to get rid of it, so it's really good I kept it. Because I just did this for like 2 minutes, so these are already pretty well cooked. I just want them to brown. I'm going to go ahead and add the vegetables with a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper on top of it, and put it back in and let it finish cooking. So, okay, the chicken is done. It's already, I just took a picture of my phone. But anyway, so now I added the zucchini and the mushrooms, and I'm going to roast them for a few minutes while it finishes. It's already reached 165 degrees, and it's nice and golden on top. But I'm going to add these vegetables on top to complete our dinner. Okay, it's done. I'm going to pull them out with the veggies. It looks so good. You can see that I got vegetables all on top of it. So now I'm going to put it on a plate and cut it up, and we'll see what it tastes like. It smells so good in here. Okay, it was all finished, but I just want to brown the top just a little more. I took the vegetables out. And then I realized I haven't peeled the poblanos yet. And so after I cooked them for 30 minutes on roast, then I took them out. And so now I'm just going to peel them. And they'll be all ready to go. Okay, everything's all done. Looks so good. I made a bunch of vegetables also that I put, I partially cooked them in my Instant Pot, my other one, for just a couple minutes to get at least the potatoes and the carrots, to get them pretty well done because they take longer to cook. And then I just put everything in the Dual Crisp to crisp up the tops of them with some seasoning. And here are the Pablos. Here I just put them on the top, and they're nice and roasted. And everything turned out really good. It's nice and brown and nice and juicy. You can see all the juices just coming from it. So this is what we're going to have for dinner. Pablo chicken roast with vegetables. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on my next video. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can find my recipes at AmusingHealthyRecipe.com. AmusingHealthyRecipe.com. You can find the printable recipe to all of my videos. You have a wonderful and a very blessed day. God bless you. Bye.